Vishnu Prakash. He's a former Indian ambassador to Canada and South Korea and also a spokesperson for the Indian Ministry of External Affairs. Welcome to the programme, sir. Now, India has deep established ties with the Myanmar military. How much influence can New Delhi actually afford to bear on the military to return to democracy before it burns its bridges?
Well, I wish we had that kind of a clout. The military will do what is in military's interest. And, frankly, it's a jostling for power. They have tasted power for a long time. Decades they have been power, de facto and de jure. And even now, effective power has been with the military. But they found Aung San Suu Kyi gaining ground, becoming more popular, and they found their own popularity diminishing, and hence they acted.
And there's been a lot of reaction from all over the world. But how far do you think the world's democracies can push the military leadership in Myanmar without actually risking pushing them further into China's arms?
That's a very good question. And I think countries have learned their lesson. I just came across an observation by the Deputy Defense Minister of Japan, Nakayama, which he says that if we do not approach this well, Myanmar could grow further away from politically free democratic countries and join the League of China. So that is the whole concern. The more the democracies push the military regime, the more they'll get into the Chinese embrace. For a good 20 years plus, China had a free run. I don't think the Committee of Nations wants that to happen again.
And what do you think is the best outcome that India can hope for?
Well, we have a civilizational linkage with Myanmar. Couple of million people of Indian origin live in Myanmar. We have a 1,600-kilometer long border with Myanmar, security concerns, investments, political, strategic concerns, and so on. So that is our relationship. We do not choose governments. We cannot anoint a political party or a leader of our choice. We will deal with whosoever is in power. This is realpolitik. Now, we have always been dealing with the army as well as NLD for the simple reason army has been an important player in the Myanmar politics. So while we have expressed grave concern and we would like to see normalcy return, we will not interfere in their internal affairs and we will deal with whosoever is in power.
And we've heard that the US is threatening to reimpose sanctions on Myanmar. Tell us, will this actually impact or sway the military at all?
I do not think so. And frankly, sanctions have perhaps run their course. How many countries can the US impose sanctions on? US has bigger concerns at the moment. There is China, there is the internal concerns in the challenges in the US, there is Iran. Well, they can impose sanctions, but then the ASEAN countries are not going to boycott Myanmar. Japan is there, China is there. China wants to set up the China-Myanmar economic corridor. So the sanctions may have some impact, but I don't think they'll have much of an impact.
All right, we will leave it there. Thank you so much, Vishnu Prakash, former Indian ambassador to Canada and South Korea. Thank you so much for your time.